divide x to the power of 4 plus 2x to the power of 3 plus 7x plus 3 over x plus 1. Here we divide by more than one term. We're dividing by binomial, two terms polynomial, so we have to use a long division. Dividing x plus 1 into x to the power of 4 plus 2x to the power of 3 plus 7x plus 3 . You have to ask yourself, what times x give you x to the power of 4? That would be x to the power of 3. So you multiply x to the power of 3 by x to the power of 1. That would give you x to the power of 4. Then we have to distribute x to the power of 3 by this binomial. So we have also x to the power of 3 times 1 would be plus x to the power of 3. Here we have to subtract to get the remainder. When you subtract in columns, we can say we are adding, and then we have to change the sign of the second term into its opposite sign. So we have x to the power of 4 minus x to the power of 4. That results into 0. And then here the remainder would be 2 minus 1 would be just 1, x to the power of 3. And we can carry down the rest of the terms and continue. In what times x give you x to the power of 3 would be plus x to the power of 2. And here we get x to the power of 3. We multiply x to the power of 2 by this binomial. X to the power of 2 times x would be x to the power of 3. X to the power of 2 times 1 would be plus x to the power of 2. And here we have to subtract. Then we subtract, we change sign to addition and change the sign of each term to its opposite sign. So x to the power of 3 and x to the power of 3 add up to 0. When we have one positive and one negative. And here we have to be careful. We don't have x to the power of 2 up here to begin with, so we cannot combine these two. We just have to carry these down to the next step. So we would get minus x to the power of 2 plus 7x plus 3. That would be a remainder. And we move on. What times x give you minus x to the power of 2? Would be minus x. So that would give you minus x to the power of 2. Multiply negative x by this binomial. That will give you minus x times x, will give you minus x squared. Minus x times 1 is minus x. Again, we are supposed to subtract to get the remainder. We're going to change the sign to its opposite sign and add instead. So we have both x to the power of 2 add up to 0. The remainder would be 7x plus 1. X would be 8x plus 3. And we say what times x give you 8x would be plus 8. 8 times x would be 8x. 8 times 1 would be plus 8. To find the remainder, we change subtraction to addition, and we change the sign of the second columns to its opposite sign, and this time the remainder would be equal to -5. When we have a remainder, we need a term here. What times x plus 1 give you -5? That's what you have to ask yourself. And we can do this in this corner here. What we are asking ourselves here is, what times x plus 1 over 1 give you -5? Well, this must be a fraction where the bottom of the fraction must be x plus 1, so I can reduce these two, and the top of the fraction is the remainder, which is -5. So as you see here, we have a fraction. You need a fraction. The top of the fraction always would be the remainder, which is -5, and here we must put x plus 1. So when I multiply this fraction by x plus 1 cancels each other out, and I would get -5 here. So my remainder would be 0. Remember, we're subtracting, we change the subtraction to addition, and all that. So the remainder would be 0. So when you see a fraction here, means you have a remainder, and the remainder here is obviously -5.